What's up, guys? My name is Nate Meyer. I am a teacher here at Hickman High School. I've been teaching for 7 years, and we're going to go over what to do when it comes to woodworking, whether we are in person or online. The first thing you're going to do is go ahead and pick up your tub on the west side of the building, also known as the west entrance. When you receive your tub, this is what it's going to look like. There will be a number on the front. Please make sure you pick up the correct number, okay? So then we're going to go over what is in the tub. What's in the tub is going to be 2 projects, one of which is going to be called your nameplate. The second is going to be called table washers. Once we open the tub, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and inspect and make sure that you have everything in it. There will be 3 pieces of paper. One is an inch chart, so if you get stuck on your fraction worksheets, you will always have this as a reference. 2 is you will have the instructions for your nameplate. On the bottom, it will help you find the link to our YouTube video if you get stuck, as well as you will have the tabletop washers instructions. Starting with going over what's in the box. Once you have your written instructions out, you should double check to make sure. You should have 1 block with the letter N on it. That's for your nameplate activity. The other thing you should have is you should have 4 pieces with the label A on it. That's going to be for your tabletop washers project. You should have 4 pieces with the letter B, which is also going to go with your tabletop project. 2 pieces with the letter C on it, and that again is going to follow up your tabletop washers. Then the other things you're going to need for the project is you will have a cup with a lid that's going to be the screws you'll need for your project. That's lettered labeled D. The other thing you're going to need is your screwdriver here, and then you'll also have 2 cups that you will be gluing on your project towards the end. Following that, we have a piece of sandpaper for finishing our edges. You'll have a measuring device. It could be a ruler, it could be a speed square, it could be a tri-square, or a tape measure, just depending on what's in your box. You need to have something to measure with, okay? The other pieces that will be included are safety glasses, glue, and something to paint with. All right, for the first project, what we're going to do is called the nameplate. The things I'm going to need to make sure I have are my block, which is labeled letter N. That's a 1x4 that's 7 inches long. The other thing I want to make sure I have is my sandpaper and a pencil. All right, so for my first example, I'm going to go ahead and use a tri-square just to help you show what we're doing. What the directions say are we need to draw a 1/2 inch border all the way around our piece of material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mark at a 1/2 inch here. I'm going to make a mark at a 1/2 inch on the opposite side, and then I'm going to draw the line. Okay, so if I have a 1/2 inch mark here and here, that's where I want to start. I can use my straight edge to draw that line.
Okay, so then I should have a nice straight line all the way across.
Is my ruler. So I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. I'm going to make a 1/2 inch mark and another 1/2 inch mark, and then I'm going to connect the 2. I'm measuring from the edge. Okay, once I have drawn my 1/2 inch border all the way around, I should be left with 4 sides that are equal all the way around. The next step, it says how many letters are in your name. In my first name, there are 4 letters, okay? If you look at the bullet point 3, it will give you a quick breakdown of how far your spacing needs to be in between your border to draw the next lines. So if I have 4 letters in my name, that's 1.5 inches. So what I'm gonna do is beginning from one side, I'm going to go through, I'm going to make a mark at 1.5 inches, 3 inches, 4.5 inches, and then I shouldn't have to draw a line at the 6 inch mark because that's how big the opening is in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and do that again at the top so I have some nice straight lines. And then I'm going to make essentially rectangles. Okay. Now once I've done that, I should have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, one for each letter in your name. Once you've done that, I want you to do the best you can, and I want you to draw a letter in each space, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and write my name in here. Now I outlined in pen. I don't want you guys to outline in pen. I want you to use the paint that's provided, and I want you to color in your border as well as each letter in your name. Once you've colored in the border and your name, I want you to go ahead and erase all the pencil marks you have in between. So those rectangles you created, I want you to go ahead and erase those. Following that, after you've colored your nameplate in, I want you to submit it on Schoology. Just a simple front view of your finished product is all that I need. Following this, I'm going to take you to a screencast so you can see exactly how it's done on Schoology.